Welcome back to Real on the Real, where we chat about your favorite reality TV shows. Today, we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Decision Day, which we've been
Yes.
waiting for,
Yes,
finally.
yes, especially after that mess of an episode they had last week. I
Yeah, it
don't know
wasn't
what that
even
was.
worth watching. It was
No,
the same thing that we said, every
every
week.
week.
I know. I was like, we could have done it.
So, yes, they got right into the show. So, we're going to
Mhm.
get right into ours. But first, we're going to introduce ourselves. I'm Dior.
I'm Uchenna.
And I'm IJ.
Mhm.
Okay, let's get into it. So our first couple was Clara and Ryan.
Mhm.
One of my
And
favorite couples.
yes, I think we did our predictions a couple of weeks back, and I think both of you ladies said that you thought that they would stay together.
Mhm.
Yes.
I was on the fence a little bit because I felt like, Ryan was looking for something a little more, even though he didn't communicate what he was looking for. But, they did choose to stay together.
Right. I
Yeah,
was scared for a minute, right?
I was like, he is gonna do the oopty doop on her,
I
and
know.
like, no.
She would have been devastated.
Oh my god, it would have been
She would have been
horrible.
devastated. Oh, yes, totally agree.
Mhm.
And I was caught, I was just like, please, please, please let him say they want to stay together. And
Mhm.
when he said yes, I was like, thank God. Because I think she would have bawled, started
Oh yeah,
crying right then and
she would
there.
have been crying.
And she looked so pretty on the
She did
stage.
look
She
pretty. And
did look really nice,
yeah, and he thinks that she's beautiful, you
Right,
know? Yeah.
right.
but he won't sleep with her. But we'll see. We'll see how things go.
Let's make a prediction. Reunion time. Do you think that they're gonna have slept together? And is
I
he
hope
gonna
Yes,
say
they
I
have.
love you?
yes. I think they would have slept together by then.
I
I
hope
don't
they
think
will have
so.
slept
Oh,
together,
you don't think so,
but
Uchenna?
Mm-mm.
I don't know
That's
that
too
he would have said
long.
"I love you." I don't think he would have
Oh,
said.
okay. So you think, Dior, you think he's gonna sleep? They're gonna sleep together.
I hope so. Maybe I think the cameras being away may
Mm.
make it a little easier because they're constantly talking about their connections and
Hmm.
intimacy. So that probably made it a little more challenging to.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think they're our strongest couple.
I don't think so. I still
You
think
don't?
Vincent and what's her name, Hope. You think are gonna
Brianna.
ride this
Brianna.
episode? Their names,
Brianna.
Brianna. Yeah, I think it's really close between Vincent and Brianna, but I think Vincent and Brianna edge them out just a little bit because they're able to say "I love you" to each
Mm-hmm.
other openly and freely. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sex
Okay.
having nothing to do with it. I just think because they're both ready, they say "I love you." You know,
Mm-hmm.
Right, right,
yeah.
right. He
And I
said
think he
something.
still judges her. I
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he still judges her.
I think he'll be
Yeah.
judgmental for the rest of his life. I think he's just a judgmental person,
He
right?
does seem like it,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, it seems like he knows that he shouldn't judge, so he doesn't say anything.
Mhm.
That's the
But his
thought.
demeanor.
His face shows it all. Yes, I
Uh-huh.
agree.
Yeah.
And
He
he
is
said
so
something about
serious.
the cameras being on that we don't get to see what happens behind the camera
Mhm.
when the cameras are off. So I
Yeah.
wonder what their life it truly is like when the cameers aren't there.
Mhm.
Well,
I think they
clearly
have.
she's getting him off every night, so something's happening.
She is, which is so strange. It's like, why not have intercourse then? Like, I don't get it.
Hmm. And I
It's
would like for him to stop wearing his hair like that,
I know.
right?
it's
Please
funny
grow
because
it out.
I watched one of the unfiltered, and it's actually the one where they were showing how you remember when Clara was going off about her getting him
Hmm.
off every
Hmm.
night, and it was him and I think Brianna that were on the unfiltered episode, and he
Oh.
still handled it very well. He was like, she's entitled to feel the way that she feels.
Oh, okay.
Like, what in the world?
I've been so embarrassed.
Because I would be embarrassed. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if my parents were pastors.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Okay, so
Okay.
on to the next couple,
Mhm.
Virginia and
Oh,
Eric.
so
Oh,
I
oh,
did.
our
Yeah. Did you think that they're
prediction.
gonna say "I love you," or do you think that they're gonna have sex? IJ, what's your prediction?
Oh, they're gonna have sex. The I love you, they're going to say I love you too, because they're not going to have sex without saying I love you. So they're going to have both.
Mm-hmm. I'm 0 for 2. I don't think.
Then
Okay, do you
why?
think they'll
Okay,
still be
wait a second.
together?
How long before the reunion? From
I-
the date they got married, when is the reunion?
I don't know.
I don't think it's too far. Like maybe a month after they decision day. I think a month to most.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I think.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
think that they're going to have sex.
And say I love you.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're each different in what we think.
Do you
You
think
said
they're still
0. I say
UC?
2 for 2.
Do you think they're still gonna be
Together? Yeah, I think
together?
so.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On to our next couple, Eric and Virginia. I'm gonna be honest because I'm just gonna like skip to the decision. I really thought that if he hadn't proposed, she probably would have said no. I thought she was gonna say no.
Yeah.
I
And
did
she
too.
didn't say anything. Like he said all this like great lovey-dovey stuff, and she was like, "Yes," and that was it. She
Yeah.
didn't say anything.
I thought that they were going to separate.
I wasn't sure. I think she wants to separate,
Mm-hmm.
but then she also doesn't want to lose him. So I don't know. I don't know.
I really hope that things get better off camera. I hope they figure out their living situation.
Yeah.
I find that their relationship can be abusive. It just has an abusive vibe to me.
Who does? He does?
Their relationship, yeah. I can
Not
see
like physically, but
like
you mean like
mentally
emotionally?
and emotionally, because I know that Nana said that, she's immature and she's not willing to give up things and put her husband first. But could it be because he's so controlling that she just doesn't want to be dominated by him?
I don't know if he's controlling to a sense, but I think he's so rigid, and
Mm-hmm.
he feels like he's always right. I don't know. I don't think it's abusive. Like I think she's a hot mess. So
And she knows it.
does she know it?
Yeah, she said, I like to drink, I like to whatever.
No, I'm just talking about emotionally. She's
Oh.
like
Yeah,
a hot mess.
yeah, because she uses her pets as her, as her safeguard. Yeah, I was surprised that they stayed together when they were there. I was surprised that he got down and looked like a rubber band thing.
You did.
I noticed that too. I was like, is that a silicone ring? Because
I
like
think it
they
is.
got a wedding band at the wedding. If you're gonna ask me to stay married to you, you should give me the engagement ring.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like, what is that?
It looks like one of those, silicone like
Like, yeah, a
workout
gumball
rings.
machine.
Well, no, a lot of men wear that. Like they wear those silicone wedding bands.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Or it could have been rose gold. I mean, it looked like it could have almost even been a rose gold ring. I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
Plastic.
Yeah.
But he is 100% into her. He's infatuated by her.
He thinks she's hot.
Yeah, and I think the sex must be great. And she's young. All the stuff he loves about her is also the stuff he hates about her.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Like, okay, when they get back on the reunion, do you think they'll still be together?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think after the cameras are off and the decision for where they're going to live, and now there's nothing holding them together,
And they never really, I guess this is one thing I noticed, they never really worked through how to address their conflict. I think a lot of times they just kind of like, okay, and I think Eric especially didn't want to have conflict in front of the cameras because he made a couple of comments about like, why are you doing this? Like,
right.
And so I think they kind of like swept things out under the rug, which I think some of the experts said a few times, but they never like kind of coached them into how to resolve, their conflicts. So I think that's going to become an issue when they don't have, the cameras, producers around, the experts around.
I think sometimes it's hard to resolve issues. Sometimes it's better just like to walk away. But I guess you can't do that every time because those issues will linger and be there still. And I wonder, did they ever address her drinking going out and all that stuff, did they ever address it and come to some conclusion where it's like, okay, let's compromise?
He
Did they ever
tried,
hear?
but she wasn't trying to hear it. He was like, "Can you cancel your plans when I'm here?"
Yeah, she was just like, let me book me in advance.
Why you in the air? Send me a text.
And I'll make sure not to schedule anything on that day. But if I have plans,
Yeah, sorry.
you could come, but yeah. She was definitely not being flexible.
No.
And it's probably not his crowd of people neither.
No, they're younger and they're like, no, they're not as. He's more sophisticated, really.
Yeah. So let's talk about my favorite couple that didn't make it.
Oh, the next couple. Were they next?
No, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You mean Chris and Paige?
No, not them. Can we save them for last?
Oh, they were the next couple though. Okay, so Haley and Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob was bitter to the end. But bitter to the very end, just angry. I felt so bad for him.
She was
a bitch.
Yeah.
And she was like, I tried so hard. No, you didn't. You didn't change one piece of yourself.
And what did you learn?
At all.
Yeah.
You learned?
Yeah, what did you learn?
She said she would always talk about things that she learned. I was just like, no, what she did was she went and got her hair colored and looked nice. She had the best hair colored on the show. Yeah.
Dan walked in during their segment and he was like, wow, she looks good. This is the first time she's looked really good. I was like, yeah, she did. She put some curls in her hair, lightened it.
This all she learned. But Jacob kept it real. He was just like, just a scowl on his face all the time.
And I think I bet he probably does think he learned something, but he's just too stubborn to like give her the satisfaction of thinking that like, oh yeah, this was still a good experience.
And,
right.
And it
that I didn't enjoy. This is not what I signed up for.
Right.
But
and I'm not gonna say I learned anything.
No, it's not what he signed up for, and that's why I feel bad for him. And truth be told, he was hard to get along. He was dry, and we all said that in the beginning.
Oh yeah, he was boring.
He was boring and dry. He didn't ask questions. It was always her talking and asking. Yeah. So after a while, that would get kind of hard to deal with. But then,
to the point of being mean, I mean, like she was just mean at some point.
She was.
Why do you care what he's wearing to the
doesn't even dress that bad.
No,
he doesn't. He dresses regular.
That shirt he got him was something I bought my boys when they were 6. You know what I'm talking about? With the gray and then the blue arms.
Yeah. The outfits that she got him was something that you can get at Walmart. Yeah. I was like, not cute. Nothing running around the house. If my husband had got me that, I'd been like, what do you want me to do with these? Try them on. I'd been like, sure, Keith. But inside I'd been like,
where's the receipt?
Honey, it doesn't fit. Let me go get another size. Come in with a whole new outfit.
Yeah.
I was just like, please.
And it's not like she had like great fashion sense. She was just okay. She
was basic.
There you go.
She was the most basic.
Yeah.
She said the most basic. So for that, to me, I would rather watch him than watch her. His little quirky things was cute. When he would smile, it was kind of endearing.
Yeah. But I missed when they asked, because my internet was so bad, when they asked him, like, if she decided that she wanted
he was like, no.
Oh, is that what he said?
Basically, I mean, they drew it out a little bit.
Right.
Thinking about it, but he was just like, I mean, I feel like we've been there, done that, and it didn't work out. So no. Stick around.
She didn't even hug him. That tore me. I felt so bad for him when he said, all it is a hug and you hug a stranger. I was just like, can you not give him a hug? Does he smell? Does he feel like sweat? What is it? Why can't you give him a hug?
And he wasn't unattractive. She's like, he's not my type. And I'm just like, what? I don't.
That was bad. I totally agree.
Yeah, he deserves someone who
appreciates him.
And
maybe now he will.
Yeah.
And she said, well, in the beginning, he was deflecting on me, his past relationships, and he was putting that on me.
Well,
No,
she
no,
said the
honey, you lied.
same. He said the same about her because
Yeah.
she had that one relationship and she wasn't in a relationship for like 7 years after that. And he also, like, we come to find out that he was like giving her the space that her family like recommended,
Right. Yeah.
trying to like.
But it was an awkward space because it was kind of.
I mean, I guess, but if someone shuts you out, I know he was awkward, but that's just when you try a little harder to like get in,
but you
not
know what,
in a nasty way or a combative way.
Right,
yeah,
right.
but I think they lost it when they had sex during their honeymoon.
I
I
think
think that was a
not
turning
good.
point. It must have been so bad she wanted to throw up
Yeah.
because, and like,
Because after that, she was done.
yeah, like how bad
She
was
hid from
it?
him.
Wow. Like I want to know, inquiring minds. We want to know, like,
Do you think she'll ever-
What was Vincent and his wife doing during the nights? How was she getting him? Is it Vincent?
No.
No, the blonde hair girl.
Oh, Haley.
Haley. What was Haley and Vincent doing?
No, it's not Vincent.
No, Haley.
Name?
Clara
Clara and
Ryan.
Ryan, yeah.
Oh, I want to know what's Clara and Ryan doing at night? How bad was it, Haley? Can you do a tell-all where we learn it was
Like,
so bad?
we need a real interview. She needs to come on the show. Haley, open invitation. Anytime you want, come on the real, and you can get real and tell us what really happened.
That night that was so bad. Was his tongue, was he slobbering all over your mouth that made you want to throw up? I want to know.
Yeah.
Because
maybe it was just really dry. Like maybe he was just really like the way he is, personality. Maybe it's just kind of dry. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, she needs to tell. She needs to
yeah.
spill the tea.
But even then, you can still learn to, be with somebody because it's. But you know what? We forget. It's only been 2 months, and during that 2 months, you should be feeling hot and heavy for your significant other, right?
Yeah, something has to be there.
Yeah,
or at least grow into it.
Yeah,
they just weren't a well match. They just didn't mesh at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So good riddance.
And honestly, I think it would be hard to match either of them, just because he just has to like kind of run into and meet a person that kind of works well with him, and she just doesn't seem very flexible. She just wants somebody who she can insert into her life, and this just doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm. So then, are we going to talk about the 6-hour couple that took up 6 hours?
You say you wanted this.
Yes, let's save it for last because I'm just so mad.
I don't even want to talk about them. I was so mad when I saw him walk in with those high water pants. They were
not
worse
just
than
high
Matt
water,
James.
high
They were worse than Matt James.
Yeah.
The Bachelor.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When I saw those pants, I was like, you are not stylish. You are a punk.
He's trying to be
that. That's what he is, a punk.
They were too high water. They're too short.
Oh.
All right,
let's not talk about them yet. Yes,
let's cleanse ourselves.
Brianna and Champagne Vinny.
Yes.
I love that name, right?
Vinny of you.
I love that name.
Yeah.
So, they stayed together.
Yes, I was happy.
This season that
it was so funny. Wait, dear. So, my mom, IJ, and I were watching it together on the phone, and it was during when he asked her, "Will you marry me?" with the cheesecake. And my mom and I were just so giddy, right? we were so happy, and I was like, "Why are you guys so happy?"
They were acting like they got asked to be married. I was just like, my mom is something here. They're like, I was just like, what am I missing? But they were so happy. They were happy the minute he started to get. I think you guys, the minute he started to go down to go get that box out, and then you guys just started up and didn't finish. When he opened it up and she was like, "Oh, it says I love you. It says marry me," or something like that.
All
They
right.
laughed the whole entire
I mean, it was
time.
so sweet. It really was. It was cute. And I was
Yeah.
happy for them. I wanted them to make it because they
If they
seemed
didn't
like,
make it, would you have been upset?
I would have been sad. I would have been upset. I would have been sad. Mhm.
I knew they were going to be together. I mean, they were in love with each other. The minute that she laid eyes on him, she was in love.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
she was
Yeah, the
very
minute
Happy.
that
excited. Yeah.
she supported him when his grandmother was
Hmm.
sick, he was in love. He was like, "This is
Mhm.
my ride or die, bitch,"
I know he
and he was
was.
done after that. It was like a match made in heaven.
Yeah,
So
it was like
kudos to Bravo for getting. How many couples were there?
three,
3
No,
out
I
of
don't count
5.
two. Two,
five.
two out of the five.
No, no, no,
Yes,
you can't
no.
do that.
Yes, you
They
can.
decided to stay married. So
Just for a short period of time, because that's
Yeah.
not working out. We all know that.
yeah, it's not gonna work out.
Mm-mm. So yeah, I was happy that they stayed together. They'll have cute babies,
Yeah,
and her
they
hair
will.
is so pretty, isn't it? You see,
Yeah, I
I
loved her
love.
dress.
Oh, her
It
body
was
is
so
banging.
cute.
She just needs some breastises. She can have some of my breasts.
But if she had breasts, it would have looked slutty. Having no
Yeah,
breasts and that dress is perfect.
that
Mhm.
dress was banging on her. It was the right fit. She wore the
Right.
right shoes with it, and her hair looked so like a cloud of beautiful hair. Love that African hair. Just loved it. Wish mine was looking like that.
Mhm.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I was happy. I'm glad that and the counselors, the
Happy.
experts or whatever they're called, they were happy too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they were.
Yeah, they were
Right,
happy.
they were happy.
Hmm.
So let's get to the gross couple that. First of all, let's just talk about fashion for a minute. Paige was a mess from the top of her hair to her feet.
That
I don't know
dress,
what's
that
that
coat dress
H.
was horrendous. The material
The
was like
fit,
from the 1980s.
the fit,
Yeah.
the fit was non-complimentary. I wanted to say, like, your booty is the only thing that's decent.
Hmm.
That's it. And I want, okay, I take that back. The other thing that looked good was initially her makeup when she walked out, like the
Hmm.
face powder right here. That's about it. Okay.
Hmm.
From there on, it was done. Like the camera, unfortunately, did a close up of her wig
I
line.
know.
If you guys don't back the F up. And then for some reason, the camera wanted to come down from this angle, looking up at her. So all you saw was the
I
mess that was
know.
there. I was like, you guys better cut that out right now. Cut it out.
Well, why didn't she get a fresh wig laid on?
Why?
Why didn't that should have been a fresh lay?
It should have been late that
Especially
day.
under
That
those
day.
circumstances. Like
You about to come on TV.
he left you, after you were groveling for him.
Mhm.
Took his girlfriend, took
Doing
his
bad.
pregnant girlfriend
Like,
off to some island and something, or she wasn't pregnant at the time because she had a miscarriage. Don't tell me you didn't know that she didn't have a miscarriage. Oh, maybe back then.
Back then, when they filmed, she probably didn't know.
No,
yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
He said he didn't want to tell her.
But then why is
Whatever.
he taking that girl off to some island?
He is just a liar.
He's a liar.
It's like, what
She was like,
game are you playing? All of a
he was
sudden,
all smiling, like she just won $1 million.
it
The
was
fact she
embarrassing.
was just like, there was one point where I was like, if she says I'm so confused, I'm gonna smack her. She was just like, he never said these things before. Because
I think that if
Yeah,
it wasn't for the pregnancy, we would have had a shot. Nah, girl, he wasn't attracted to you from the
I
beginning.
know.
We
And
probably would have found out.
Pastor Cal laid it to her. He was like, nah, girl. Right from the get go, from day 2, you guys had issues. And you need just to wake up and
he
realize
wasn't
it.
even respectful about the way like about his lack of attraction towards you,
That next day he left because he was feeling anxious and couldn't believe he was with you. He left for hours and then I'm sorry. Viviana was on point.
Dr. Viviana.
Viviana, she was
Yeah.
just like, he's doing this. He was doing it on purpose. He wanted
Yeah.
to show, one, that he had power
Mhm.
over
Mhm.
her.
Mhm.
Two,
Mhm.
he was playing her and playing them, wasting everybody's time and playing with Paige's emotions.
And there was at
And he
one
was
point
did
when
you see
he
him
was,
on his phone?
no, I missed that.
I was like, if that boy don't get off that phone.
At one point after he was done talking, he was like, mhm. He had like a little like smug smile, like, "Ooh, I was really good. I really
Yeah.
did it on
He
purpose."
goes,
You know, I was just like, "Oh,
who
he's
is
so
this? Who is this?
disgusting."
I wanna tell you something, but I didn't want to do it here, but she lost her baby.
And like, I think all the experts were trying to call bull on that, but they were like, we can't say,
Why we can't be that insensitive?
we have to be sensitive.
And when he was in the car, he was like this all the whole time, fake crying, not showing that he didn't have no tears. It was
Mhm.
I was like, "Is this?"
She had tears. She had tears.
He
First
didn't
of
have.
all,
He didn't have
first
tears.
he didn't, but she did. First of all, she couldn't walk in her shoes as she was chasing after him. Then she's like, "Did he leave? Did he leave?" I was praying, please let him have left.
You know, he wasn't going nowhere. He wanted his camera time.
You wanted
Yes.
to drama, yeah.
Mhm.
And she hobbled on over to the car and got in.
And then he was fake crying. Like at first, I was like, "Is this a setup? Did they plan this?" Because it just seemed just like too outrageous that she would even consider still being with him.
Yeah, you did say that. You did
Yeah.
say that. I said no, because Dr. Viviana, she was upset.
Mhm.
And Pastor, he had to calm her down, Viviana, and say, no, and he was right. Paige was not going to respond to Viviana's tactics.
Mm-hmm.
He went and told that boy, be a man, stop playing with her,
Oh, but he was still playing with her.
Oh yeah.
He was still
Yeah.
playing with her.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, the only thing about the whole situation that I am happy about is that she finally got to like reject him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because he definitely thought he had her in the
Yeah, I thought he had her too.
I did too. He got to reject
you really
him.
think he got to reject? No. The minute he showed up at a little bonfire fake. Bonfire?
In that moment, he got
that
the
moment,
rejection.
I know. I was just.
Girl, she's sitting over here like.
And then
he came to support me. Girl,
I know.
bye.
And then when she got up and was crying and went to the side, and she was like, I feel like I'm making such a fool out of myself. It's like
you are.
You are.
We all agree.
When you said I wanted to reach out and slap her, I was praying that when she was talking, all we would see is a hand come up like this and say, pow, pow. Right? Just slap her and say, take that smile off your face.
Because, girl, you've been like, what they say, 4 weeks into it is when, they finally decide to end it. So for 4 weeks, everybody else has been going through this process, going on group trips, having meetups, and you've been back at your own apartment by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to move in with you. You have 4 weeks to look.
He's probably homeless.
You have 4 weeks.
He's probably homeless.
To choose yourself. And you still came back and
there's no way he could have. I don't even know how that guy had the money, because he's immature and emotional.
He's not homeless though.
I don't care. He's gross.
Mm-hmm.
He's completely gross.
And the fact that he said, and I can't remember if he said this in his interview or if he said this to like in front of everyone, when he said that, up until I got here, I was gonna leave.
Yeah.
Girl, that's not enough for you to be like.
He didn't say that to her. I think.
Okay.
In the interview, he said that.
Okay, because I was just like, what?
Well, she needs to watch that, or somebody needs to show her that.
She will.
But you know what? She had the same. She was saying the same thing. She was going to end it.
She didn't have a choice. They had already ended it. So
I feel like there is no need for those two to come back on the show. Had they not come back on the show, I think things would have ended.
Yeah, or they could have had them separately, like just talk.
Right.
separately.
That's what I
about-
think they
to
should have done.
recap.
Right. Because
But
remember,
Just
she said, I want to
disgusting.
go on decision day with him. She wanted there to be a decision day. Yeah. She said, she told Pastor Cal that she wants to have a decision day so she can have closure and to find out why he did what he did.
Because he wasn't into you.
Right.
I'm just not into you.
Or just, he's not that into you. Yeah.
Yeah,
TPWD.
I'm just wanted to have sex and move on with my life.
Well, hopefully we'll see them at the reunion.
Yeah, didn't you hear that there was counseling, that they went through counseling?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
On the show or after?
After the show.
Like on the reunion, they were saying
they're going through counseling.
Why?
Sex must be really good.
Yeah, I think so. And he's trying to get himself to be attracted to her.
She needs to go see a therapist. Like she has to go see one because
she has low self-confidence, low self-worth. I don't buy that BS of I was in love with the idea of being in love, maybe initially, but after you get rejected so many times, at some point in time, you got to be like my husband today.
At your wedding, he told your bridesmaids that he was not attracted to you.
That's crazy.
And that he was used to being with someone that was more attractive. Like
he did.
Do you think that they told her or they didn't tell her?
All she has to do is watch the show.
I know, but no, I'm talking.
I would have said I would say they couldn't have told her, but they probably could have told her, and she still probably would have kept. At this point, I don't know what it would take for Paige to just be like,
probably her seeing him.
Don't talk to me. I don't want to see you. I don't know what it'll take for her for that to click.
It's so my mom was so bad.
I know.
My mom was so much. She just deserves everything she gets.
She does.
I mean, that has to be a lot of pain. 6 hours to sit there and contemplate, should I stay with somebody who's emotionally abusive? And then he tried to, I should have moved in and given it a chance.
I mean, he should have.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
You're not moving in with me if you're buying somebody a car.
Yeah.
No,
what happened to the car? That's what I want to know.
I don't even believe that.
So inquiring minds want to know what happened to that car. That's right.
Did he? Because he probably leased it, so it's probably under his name. So maybe when something happened to the baby, he took that car back or ended.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't buy it outright. He probably leased it. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know that today I'm not wearing eye makeup.
Yeah, I can tell.
But no, I'm just. What?
No, I was just.
Yeah,
so the last phase was when they all the couples got together. It was so awkward when Chris got there because, I
was shocked.
They were all shocked.
I was like,
but you know what? He was so happy.
He was. He came in that dapper jacket and those ripped jeans that look like he has like women thighs. He looked like a female in those jeans.
A little jewelry theme here.
Yeah.
Sure, he's gay.
I don't think he is.
I know. I don't think he is, but I think he is. But
oh my God,
when he walked in there, if it was me, I know did you see the one couple looking at him?
Yeah.
Wait, which couple? Eric.
The young and older guy.
Yeah. They just keep it real, don't they?
Yeah, they look disgusted.
And then they had that little altercation with him.
Right. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of mad at.
Did you see her laughing, Paige? Just so happy that he was there. I was like, I would have turned around. I'm like, you need to get that smile off your face because he didn't want to fuck you in the first place. So
I was kind of mad at Brianna for being so friendly to him.
Right. But Brianna's like, well, if she doesn't care, why should I care? That's her business. They're not close. Sure. Paige isn't close with them. She comes and she goes. She didn't do group things with them and so forth, you know? She didn't
I'm not disappointed in her because I felt like I feel like the mood needed to be lightened up a little.
Mhm.
I was glad that they were able to like just kind of move because it was awkward. They were in the middle of talking to him. Oh, let's go back to before he came
I would
out.
have left.
Mia was just like, she was just like, I need to know why were you 60%?
Yeah.
Wait, no, what was this?
Virginia asked, because remember Paige said she was like 60% one. And she was like, I like,
And Paige got offended.
what she did.
Oh, Paige did?
Yeah, I got offended.
Yeah.
Like, why would you ask me why I'm 60%? Bitch, because your man was
That's what
ass.
she was like. It was things, that I can't discuss.
Oh, the baby. That's what she was talking about.
But that shouldn't even be a factor.
No.
Like, the fact that that's a factor should have been like, no, I don't want to be with you. Because
Right.
that doesn't even make sense.
No.
It makes zero sense.
Because you know what? She's thinking that the baby and the other woman, that sounds so bad and so stupid. The baby and the other woman were why you guys weren't together.
But
No,
it wasn't.
It wasn't. He didn't like you. He didn't find you attractive. He thought he could do better than you.
Right.
That's why you're really
100%.
not together.
He thought you were drop dead gorgeous and you had everything going for you. That baby and that ex-girlfriend wouldn't have been an MF factor. Like it just wouldn't have been a factor.
It wouldn't have been. Not at all. Not at all.
But the baby could have been a factor, but he still would have wanted to be with you.
With her. Yeah.
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 There's
But
people now have baby mamas all the time.
all over the place. Yeah.
So,
I wonder, like, what type of feedback because you said she doesn't have social media, right?
well, she didn't at that time. I wonder if she does. Ooh, did we look people up now to see what type of social media they have?
I think they probably can't do it until after the reunion, right?
Oh, really? Okay.
I think that is the only show where they don't have social media during the show, right?
Yeah, because The Bachelor, they have social media.
Yeah,
Oh, they
they
do?
want people with like all the other reality shows look for people with high social media in order to attract people to watch their show.
I thought they just had to make it private or something, or they had to like disable it. I didn't know that.
Maybe that's what they had to do, but most shows don't want that. They want engagement to get people to watch the show.
But people are watching it. I mean, I think it's good that they're though just.
Oh yeah, me too. I think it's good. It
And-
shows that they really care about the couples. I think
Mhm.
that it's more than just viewership.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope the reunion is really good. I hope juicy. I hope we find things out.
Right.
It was a good 2 hours. It flew
It was
by.
a good 2 hours.
It flew by.
It went by fast.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on the couples camp. I've never watched that show.
Who the three couples?
Yeah, the three couples who make it past.
Well,
the reunion.
but if either one of them though didn't make it past the reunion, they
won't be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys watched that show?
No.
I watched it a little bit, not like a whole episode, but I like sometimes it comes on after.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you ask?
Right?
Why do you ask? You trying to?
I was just wondering if it was any good.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So really quick, you guys, we got to decide what we're watching.
We do.
Yes. Now I have to tell you guys, I've been scouting some stuff out for us. Ready to Love is really good.
I know, but we're so late. I think this is the 6th episode.
I know it is really good.
I mean, we can pick it up. We can start like.
It is. Yeah, it is really good. But you have to watch it to catch up. It's really good.
Have you been watching it, Dior?
But it comes on Fridays, right?
Right. It is good. The Shaws are going to be, I think it's going to be a drama-filled season.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Remember when they first came out, they were all young and sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Not so young and sexy anymore. Wow. We aged better.
Yeah.
So, and then
Potomac isn't happening until the summer.
yes, Portia has her own TV show coming out.
Does she?
Yep, she has her own reality TV show coming out. Yep.
What's it called?
Hose R Us.
She does. It was on People magazine.
What is it going to be about?
Her family life.
Will it
And
be
maybe
on
that's
Bravo?
why the drama is she's putting the drama with Fallon's ex. Maybe that's why.
Will it be on Bravo?
I don't know yet. I didn't get to read all of
Probably.
it. I only got to see a really quick glimpse of it. But yeah, she has her
I'm
own.
sorry, I will not be
Usually they can
watching.
only be on one network. So.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Sorry, guys, I will not be watching that.
Yeah, we won't. We will. If I don't know if we'll be talking about it, audience. We don't know yet. And then when does the Beverly Hills Housewives come on? Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Soon. It has to come on soon.
Okay,
That's
because
gonna be good.
that is a really good show,
It is.
especially since what happened to Erica James.
I know.
We've got to watch that. I know. So sad.
I liked her too.
I liked her too. I like Erica. I like her.
So do I.
It's just so sad. Like why, if you're rich, why do you do bad things?
Because you still want that money.
It wasn't her, it was her husband.
Oh, I know. He needed that money. He was probably overdrawn on all of her Pat the Puss escapades because he was probably footing those bills for all of her concerts and stuff like that. And those private jets and her makeup entourage, her couture clothing. He probably needed to do those scams in order to make money.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
all right, guys, it was a good season.
Yeah.
Was this season better than last season? Last season was good during the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. Those couples.
You know what? I just want to say one thing to the network. I need you guys to actually put couples together that actually will work. We don't care about ratings. I don't care about ratings. I want less drama, and I want couples that really will work. I feel like
you think that this was. I think Chris was the only one about drama. That couple, that mess couple. I think everybody else tried to make their relationships work as much as
they
possible.
tried, but I still feel like there was like a lot of red flags, especially with Haley and Jacob. Those were red flags in that.
Yeah.
And
anybody who had a bad relationship where you haven't been in a relationship for
7 years,
you probably shouldn't be married at first sight.
Yeah. And then if you have a drinking problem and a partying problem, anxiety problem, I don't think you really need to be with somebody who's 10 years older than you and who is rigid and likes things done a certain way. That how in the world they thought that was going to work is beyond me.
Well, they probably thought that he would help her become more mature.
No, not if you're drinking that much where you like to drink when you wake up to when you go to sleep.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that was a lot. Yes.
You know what? That makes me feel like I need a glass of wine. The store's about to close. I need to hurry up and get on out of here.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
If you haven't done so already, please like us, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below.
And we'll see you at the reunion, right?
Bye, everyone.
Bye.